Yes, sir. Let's go. It's Cinco de Mayo. And welcome back to another episode of Live with Lamar. Sorry if you just tuned into the last live. We definitely had some technical difficulties when I left it. So I messed up the whole front sway with the screen. But we back in action. I still got my tequila here. We about to turn it with my boy Eddy Michael, who is a singer from Paris, France. So he gonna go ahead and give us the 4-on-1. Jude blowing us up. I love it. I love it. I love it. Shout out to my brother. You know I love you. But for those like I didn't mention, I am here in LA. Not LA. I wish I was still in LA. Now I'm in Florida. I'm in Florida visiting currently, and then I'll be back in LA like next week. So this is a different scene, different setting I got going on. But we good. We rocking. The show must go on. Got another exclusive interview with another extraordinary individual. So we gonna lock in. We literally just talking. We both about to get ready to go turn up. For Cinco de Mayo. Like, I love Cinco de Mayo. I love my tequila. And I missed out on Taco Tuesday yesterday to save my liver for today. Because I already know what's going to happen. So I'll keep on drinking. Like Drew said, my dog said, juice with a nice cup. Look how fancy this. Look how fancy it look. You see what I'm saying? And there's a lot of tequila in here, too. Like, I poured like a good bit in here. I ain't going to cap. I definitely poured a good bit in here. I'm going to get my boy Eddy in here. Eddy has joined. Appreciate everybody that's currently joining. I appreciate all the love and the support. Always, always, always. How do you even go live with people? Turn off live requests. Nope, not what I'm trying to do. Boy brought that cut. You brought that. You know what I mean? You know, just something slight. I'm trying to figure out how to like go live. Instagram always changes some stuff. Oh, I think you click this. Boom, boom. Instagram always changes stuff. Thank you. People always changing. I swear.
There we go.
Good?
What's up?
What's up, bro?
Nothing much.
How you doing?
I'm good. I see you sipping on your, margarita and everything.
You see, man, it's some,
You
it's
know
like
what I mean?
some little bootleg margarita I made, but it's
Yeah.
gonna get the job done. It's a lot of tequila here. That's all that matters.
Hey, I was about to say that too. Like, that's all that matters. You know what I mean?
That's all that matters. Are you a tequila drinker?
In there, you know what I mean?
Right. Are you a tequila drinker?
Yeah, I mean, I drink whatever, really.
You drink everything. Oh, you a drinker?
Yeah, well, on the low key, only on occasions. Yes,
Today
sir.
is a special occasion for that. Today is the day to drink.
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna start. I'm starting off with some like McDonald's. You know what I'm saying?
Get that stomach right.
Got my Sprite on deck. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. You gotta get some food in your stomach because you gotta have to coat that liquor up. I already know how it goes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir.
Man, I appreciate you for the opportunity and taking the time out to go live with me.
Thank you
for this interview, man. Like, I've been checking out your music. You know, I've been talking to your PR, Rocky, about you and everything. So I'm really excited for this interview and just to learn a little bit more about you.
Yeah.
The first thing I definitely want to talk about is you're originally from Paris, France.
Yes, sir.
Just really, really dope. And a lot of people don't know who you are, but you're from Paris, France.
Sir.
Tell us a little bit about life growing up. Tell us about, like, being in Paris. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure a lot of us, especially you black, you're like, wait, he black, he from Paris?
Right. I say that all the time.
That's not normal. So what was life growing up in Paris?
Yeah. So I never really got a chance to really explore my country like I wanted to. But after the age of 8, I moved here to the United States. So everything I know as far as from here, it's been like, here in the United States. So I got a little bit of taste of being back home, but not so much.
Have you been back to visit?
No, I haven't been back.
Wow.
I've been in the United States for like 19, 20 years. I haven't been back yet.
Wow. What state did you relocate to?
So when we first moved here, we moved to Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Okay.
Then after that, after Bridgeport, Connecticut, we moved to Georgia. And we've been to Georgia ever since. Right now, as you get older, you kind of want to venture out and, go pursue your dreams and everything. I'm currently in DMV, so Washington.
Nice.
Yeah. So
that is what made you guys come to the States?
My dad had a dream, and just wanted to change some things around. So, luckily, I wish he would still be here, but we're definitely
we're gonna tap into that later for sure. So, were your parents from Paris as well?
Yeah. So my dad was from Belgium. My mom was in Paris. They met. They had us, and then we are.
You said us. How many siblings?
I got 3 siblings. I got 1 younger brother and 2 little sisters.
Wow. Yeah. Nice little. I'm the oldest of 7. Well, oldest of 8.
Nice. Oh yeah, I'm the oldest.
Yeah, the oldest. Yeah, so that's that thing. So that's
That
wow.
peer
That's
pressure
pretty.
is something else. Like you got to do everything, and you got to lead by example.
And you ain't got nobody. Everybody want to come to you for everything. Like, dang, nobody went there for me when I needed it. Why I gotta
exactly.
do it?
Why y'all the guinea pig? We're pretty much the guinea pigs.
We're the guinea pigs, exactly. So when we got issues, we got crisis management going on.
Right.
We ain't got nobody to call. They call us.
Yes, sir.
That's literally how it is. It's like pros and cons of it. Like everybody's like, "Well, you're the older." I'm like, "Yeah, but listen, it ain't all fun."
Yeah, definitely.
That is amazing. So you do music. You're a singer, and music is not something that's like been new to you. Like you said, you're from Paris, and your family, has been pretty deep in the music industry as well, which is pretty dope.
Yeah.
What was the deciding factor that made you be like, you know what, Eddie? I think this is what I really want to do. I think this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Right. Well, when I was young, my dad and his little sister and little brother were always like singing together, and I was always around my dad, so everything he did, I wanted to mimic. Like my dad was like this perfect figure. I still look up to him to this day. So I wanted to be so much like him. And the fact that he had this amazing voice, I was like, wow, like I want to do that. I want to sing. So he kind of took me under his wing, mentored me as I got older. Then he would take me to his rehearsals because he was a director for the choir, work singing in church. So like him playing the piano, directing the choir, everything was very fascinating to me. Fast forward, I didn't really the time where I really figured out that singing is really what I'm gonna do is my sophomore year in high school. We had a talent show. Like the whole auditorium, you had seniors and sophomores and freshmen.
Everybody out there.
Yeah, the whole joke was packed.
Everybody's out there.
Right. And so just the reaction I got from everybody after doing my talent show song. Just the reaction from everybody, like standing ovation I got was really what opened up a different avenue for me. Like, wow. Because I usually just sing at home. But now I'm singing in front of people and they like it. Okay.
Do you remember the song you sung?
Yeah, I sung One Last Cry by McKnight.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and this one was an acapella.
Oh, all right. I see what you was doing. I see what you was trying to do.
No. Well, so what happened was we couldn't get the sound system to work. And it was my first time, so I was very, very nervous. And I was like, you know what? I'll just do it without the audio. Like, just put me out there. Let me just get out the way so I get off the stage because I'm nervous, So, but it ended up working out pretty good for me. So, I was just, just going with the flow and everything. But yeah.
And I'm pretty sure by now. I've learned through my work within the entertainment field. Yeah. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So you got to be ready to get the show going no matter what. Because if the audio ain't working, you still better figure out how you finna perform in front of all these people. Because it just is what it is.
Yes, sir.
The show goes on.
Yes, sir. So yeah.
Were there any other dreams? Were there any other dreams you had for yourself besides music? Like, did you ever think about being a cop, a teacher, military, football player, anything?
Well, I was into sports really big, but one thing I'm definitely big into also is like modeling, fashion, acting. I do a little bit of acting here and there. I took acting in school, but lifting weights. I'm into fitness.
Yeah.
One of my biggest goals is to get a sponsorship with Gymshark. I'm a very big fan of that whole, the whole thing. And I've been working out for like years. You know what I mean? So besides music, definitely want to get into the modeling, acting. Into some movies, get some roles, and definitely grow my fitness. I know everybody got fitnesses and all this other stuff.
Everybody needs fitness. A lot of people. Quarantine was not pretty to a lot of us, and quarantine added weight on a lot of people. Even like Will Smith, recently posted a picture about like his body. He's like, yo,
right. Yeah, you saw that.
It's like, I seen it, bro. Everybody's just like, dang, bro, like what is going on? How did you keep yourself? Because the gyms were closed. You know what I mean? Food was whatever. What was your main motivation and that kept you going like during quarantine to like, you know what? I still want my body to look good. I'm gonna figure it out because the gyms were closed. Like, how did you like be creative?
Well, before I started going to the gyms, I started at home. Doing push-ups, crunches. But after a while, like not being in a gym is not the same. You're not really getting the same experience.
No.
So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like went AWOL without being at the gym. I wasn't getting that same like hunger, like the same motivation as if I was actually at the gym. So I kind of just laid it off and waited till the gyms opened up. But I was still able to do my workouts here and there when I got a chance to. But it's just something about being in an actual gym that really impacts your workout. How you want to where you want to take it. And the goals that you have. So.
Nah, most definitely. I've always said the same thing. Like working out at home, like you have to be really, 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 really disciplined because it's easy to like half-ass it. It's easy to just be like, I don't want to work out. Your bed's right there, your couch is right there, your food is right there, your TV is right there.
Distracted. Yeah.
It's distracted. You know what I mean? But once you go to a gym, you have no choice but to work out. So it's definitely a difference. And like somebody like me, I need a gym. I can't work out outside of a gym because it's just not gonna. I'm gonna be unmotivated. I can't do it.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
It's like me. Yep.
that's pretty crazy. But you stayed with it and you kept doing what you were doing and you still looking good, you know what I mean, and staying fitness. So that's definitely a beauty within it all because a lot of us we got summertime coming around, so we trying to get our summer bodies together, you know what I mean?
It's not enough time, brother.
Ain't
not enough time.
Time already summer already here.
Fitness, I have a lot of friends, right? Sometimes I post some like fitness pictures on Instagram. I'm a nice cut up gentleman, right? So I get a lot of questions like, oh my God, like, can you give me a workout I can use to get like that and stuff like that? But then I'm like, yeah, I'll give you the workout, but you're not gonna wake up tomorrow and be looking all nice and everything. Like it took me years, at least 2-3 years to get to where I'm at. But this was based off consistency, You have to keep going and really push yourself to like, okay, this is the goal. I'm gonna do my best to reach that goal. You may not be I'm not the biggest guy, but I still have that goal because I feel like there's still room for me to grow. And even after reaching my body goal and everything, I'm still in the gym because I feel like there's always room to grow. There's always something to work out on. So it's a marathon, just like everything in life. Like you just don't wake up and like, oh, I'm Hercules. You know what I'm saying?
It's such a sign because even when you I recently have been getting into counting macros and counting calories and like that is like a whole other story because people may think like all I eat is fruit and salad, but they don't recognize how much like it can add up and then it's just fat at that point. So it's like you just eating salad and fruit that you think are healthy, but that fruit, that broccoli got all these carbs in it. You eating this big bowl of carbs, thinking you're eating healthy, and it just like kind of works against you. You got to have a good proportion.
Yeah, everything is a combination. Like everything has to go according to how your workout is structured. Like even just the food and everything. That's the food. I'm really bad at the food. I'm not. I don't have a real good diet.
Because the McDonald's cup sitting right next to you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
It's sitting right there, so we already know. I just thought about it. I was like, wait a minute, this nigga got McDonald's sitting right there.
Right. And he talking about fitness.
Right. It's all right. Yeah, but that's a theme, bro. When you got people that's not fit, they always they're like, whoa, like people always see these guys that are super fit and then they're eating McDonald's and like it doesn't work the same for me, but it's about the balance. Because I know you're not putting McDonald's down your throat every damn day.
Yeah, no.
Right.
No,
so it's a balance.
Yeah.
I'm like,
every now and then.
Yeah, he's telling me about fitness, but he's in there eating a McDouble. Yeah, right. Okay. That is amazing.
A Sprite, like telling you about fitness.
Right, exactly. But everybody that's joining and tuning in, I am doing live with Lamar. This is Eddy Michael. Make sure you guys are following him and checking out his music as we're doing this interview. Dope individual, and we're learning a little bit more about his career. Definitely make sure y'all follow him. But you were into music, and one thing I think that it can tend to be against us as not just males but black males is the fact that you can sing. Were you ever shy about letting people know that you could sing like in high school? Did that peer Did that peer pressure or judgment ever cross your path? Was something that you didn't worry about? That people just automatically accept you as like, oh, that's Eddy, he sings.
Yeah, definitely. Because growing up, talking about 2005, 2006, 7, 8. If you sing as a guy, you were considered soft, right?
Right.
So then it was kind of like, well, I know how to sing, but I only sang in church and at home with my father, around that stuff. But outside of that, I was more like, oh yeah, I play basketball. or I play football, or I run track. You know, to kind of keep that that masculinity, like, you know, like, yeah, I'm gonna play sports. Yeah, I want to fit in with the cool kids. You know, as a foreigner, I didn't know, so I'm just trying to, you know, fit in where I fit in at. But
Right.
you know, so I didn't know. I had no idea. But I think, like I said, bringing back to that audition. After that, like, that's when I had like friends around coming around, like, yo, this whole time you had a voice, like, dang, like, you should really do singing, like, you have talent. And that's when everything, you know, I kind of started, you know, readjusting some things, like, okay, well, I guess I'll give it a try. I don't know, you know, but at that time I was still like heavy into like basketball and football, you know, and I guess like after college, that's when I really, you know, give it a shot. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's write the first song. Let's go record.
I'm a singer now. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm a
mean,
singer now.
it's
Yeah.
a whole nother ballpark at that point, because in high school it's so much judgment and things you think about, and then you get into college, you start like really becoming who you are as a man and as an individual. And then after college, you kind of like, this is who I am. Like, I don't care what y'all do. Say if you don't like, that's cool. It's just for me. It's for the ladies that like my music and any fans that I get that like my music. So it really don't matter at this point. Like, hell, I wish I could sing. God knew not to let me be able to sing. That was the problem. God knew better. You know what I mean? They always say, you know what I mean? You can't have everything.
Yeah, I mean,
God made me short, and He made me not be able to sing. Those are two things that He made me not have. He knew. He said, "I'm gonna make sure you humble. You ain't gonna be able to sing, and you are gonna be short."
Already.
I said, "Yes, sir."
Oh,
yes,
man.
Sir.
Oh, man, I'm in. He probably knew what he was going to. He was like,
he knew better, bro.
Him, it's a wrap.
Any guy there that can sing, that's fit, that's tall, that's all this shit that women dream about, they the devil.
Oh.
Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way.
Oh, man.
This is me on a regular, bro.
Compliment.
Yeah. You the devil. Yeah. That's a little shade. That's a little shade for you.
I know. Oh, good. I mean, I hear it all the time too. Like, sometimes it was worse enough too. My senior year, a lot of the basketball friends that I was friends with were like, "Yo, I don't want you around my girl. Like, if she ever asks you to sing, you better not sing for her, or we gonna have some problems." Cause you know, now it's like, "Oh, Eddy, you sing. Oh,
you can sing. Yeah, so everybody wants a singing voice.
Yeah, especially singing to Brian McKnight. Like, Brian McKnight is like a very, very big icon too. And he's like very known for like his, you know, love music and everything like that. So it's like, dang, you singing Brian McKnight? Oh, you sing for me? So it was definitely, it was definitely fun. Some fun times, but yeah.
Nah, I like that. And you spoke on like Brian McKnight, and was he one of your musical influences? And who else did inspire you to really get into music? Like, what idols did you really look up to in the music game?
Yeah, well, so I grew up listening to Michael Jackson, Brian McKnight, of course. I was into like Jodeci like that because my dad was more into like Lionel Richie, James Brown,
old school,
those guys. So I kind of just fell into that round, you know. Danny McClurkin, Smokey Norfolk, Houston, you know, Patti LaBelle, and the list goes on. You know, the list just goes on. So just hearing those type of music really made me feel some way inside, like my heart, like just music itself, you know. So, but as I got older, I figured I was like, okay, I want to be just an artist. I don't want to label myself as, oh, he's just an R&B artist, or he's just a pop artist, or he's a gospel artist. I'm an artist. I'm an open book, you know. So, yeah,
that's amazing, man. Like, I think that's one of the biggest things, especially when it comes to artists, is not, you know, secluding yourself or confining yourself to this one specific genre. I like to sing. I can sing gospel. I can sing pop. I can sing R&B. I may be able to freestyle a little bit. You know what I mean? I want to be able to do a lot of different things. And I think that's important because it allows people not to put you in a box. It allows you to be able to grow and be into this person that you truly see yourself being.
Definitely. You said
and not just that, bro. You open up for some major artists, man. I mean, you open up for Anthony Hamilton and Drew Hill and Eric Benet and Tank.
Yeah.
A lot of people. How did you even get in that predicament to be able to open for some of these? Like, I mean, these are some hitters.
Right. So, it's
And we
funny
don't talk
story.
about Tank, because I want to know how you stood on the same stage that this man Tank, because Tank is the
Yeah,
truth.
I know.
He like to stare at the women. That man will never wear no shirt on stage. It ain't no thing.
I know. So it was definitely a blessing to be given that opportunity. So in Atlanta, I was in an upcoming R&B group, right? We were called Lady, Lade. Basically, it was like an abbreviation of all our names.
Dope.
And in our circle, we had a good friend of mine. His name is Eddy. We got the same name, but his family ran a very successful uh, like show. Like they bring out celebrities and they look out for like really good, opening acts to open up for these guys. But anyway, so Eddy saw me, was like, "Yo, I got the show coming up. I really think it's gonna be a good exposure for you, for your music, your sound. Tank is coming in town. Anthony Hamilton. I think this night was it was Tank, Anthony Hamilton, the Osley brothers. No. This was another time. No. This time it was just Tank and Anthony Hamilton.
Yeah. You got so many celebrities to be around, you can't even keep up. I feel you. He just be with celebrities. He be perform with all types of celebrities. That's what it is. That's who we got.
But see, look, the ones that I was able to open up for, some I couldn't see like backstage. Like we had no access. Like they were like, nah, we don't want to see nobody back here. But just to be in the same room and walk in the same backstage room with these guys, I was like, wow, and it really showed me like dreams do really come true. But when I met Tank, this is the first time I met this guy, right? I grew up listening to Tank too. So I'm like, yo, I'm in the same room with this guy. I thought this guy was tall, stocked. This is a little shorter than me, right?
He's short and stocked.
Yeah. So then he's talking to us and everything. And he came up to me. He was like, what's your name? I was stuttering. My name couldn't come out. Like, I couldn't say my name out. So he was like, okay, that's fine. Take your time, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, so I heard you're a fan. You sing a song. Then I sang one of his songs. He was like, you got potential. He was like, you definitely got something. Just keep going. Develop. There's always room to grow. Like he gave me really good criticism that I needed, to hear. And then, of course, Anthony Hamilton opened up for him 3 times.
Wow.
And
that's your homie now, shit. At this point.
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
Right. Right. So like, Anthony Hamilton was just like the coolest guy. I remember back in Atlanta again at the Wolf Creek Theater. This was an outside event. He's coming outside behind the stage. He got his bodyguards and everything. So, I'm in the hallway warming up, talking to my team and everything. So he's like, Eddy. I'm like, yeah, that's me. He was like, so you opening up for me tonight, right? And I'm like, yes, sir. He was like, it's going to be a great show. And he dapped me up and he left. I was like, yo, if that's not the coolest celebrity ever, I don't know what else to tell you. And
right, no facts.
Like, he's actually one of the most celebrities that I know that I had a good relationship with. Him and Tank, Of course, we also had, I also met with Drew Hill. I mean, we were actually in their dressing room. Like, these guys was lit up.
Yes,
Cisco, Nokia.
Cisco's so cool, bro. Cisco is so cool.
Yeah, they're all the whole group is cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I also had one experience with Tamar Braxton. Like this one was weird. So we were rehearsing her song "Love and War" for like a long time, and so after our opening act, she had an announcement. She was like, "I need 4 people to come on stage and sing my song, Love and War," right? So we get a text in the dressing room like, hey, you guys come down. They're looking for people to open, sing the song. So we were right down behind the stage, and we get to where you actually get on stage, and there was a bodyguard there. And we're like, hey, they just told us to go on stage and sing the song. So the bodyguard won't let us. Like he won't let us get to the stage. So we're like, all right, cool. So this time she's still choosing people to get on stage. So she got 4 girls, and we as Black folks, right, we like to be very creative and go above and beyond. We go inside the auditorium, right? And the stage is like, you got to jump on stage to actually get to the stage, right? So here we go. We jumped on stage while she was talking.
Y'all said we get on this stage by any means necessary.
We get on this stage by, right.
Any means necessary.
Right. So we got on stage and we stood there waiting for her to turn her back. But then the security guard that told us not to get in from the other side came back out. So after he saw us, he was like, nah, y'all gotta go. I was like, oh, we were just trying to sing this song. I think that was like one of the funnest like experiences with Tamar. But other than that, Anthony Hamilton by far, like for sure. Like I even got his book that he wrote inside of it, that he came out with when he came to DC. I just look at it every now and then, you know. It's just amazing for me to been able to, you know, interact with some of the guys that I look up to.
No, that's amazing, bro. Just to be able to be around people and legends that you look up to and they're doing the things you want to do. Like it's a whole nother feeling, bro. Like I just recently moved to LA. Nice. And I'm just around like a bunch of creators that are like myself.
Oh yeah,
it's like a whole nother vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm originally from Florida, but now I'm out there, and so it's like a whole nother vibe is being around people that are doing the things that I want to do or pursuing the things I want to pursue. And it's like this unsaid motivation and inspiration that you get like 24/7. Like it's an unexplainable feeling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know that feeling. Trust me.
Exactly, man. It's amazing, man. I love it. And, you know, they always say, like, music is like a healer. You know what I mean? People always say music is a healer of the soul whenever you're going through your toughest times. Has there ever been a time in your life where you really went through something that was, like, really, really tough that you turned to music for?
Yeah. I really don't ever like to talk about this topic, but after I lost my father, I really went into a very depression state of my life. It was probably, like, the hardest place I've ever been, you know. When I'm talking about like depression, just wanting to give up on everything. I felt like I lost a part of me, you know.
Right.
I grew up looking at him, at everything, you know. So, yeah, it took music to really, you know, bring me back in, really bring me back out. It hurt. It was a very painful experience, but, you know, music really kind of was like the massage, you know, like, okay, everything's going to be all right. You know, and I had my songs, like my to-go-to songs, when I needed some just inspiration, some strength, some courage to just make it through that day, you know. I mean, it took a while, but now that I go back and listen to the songs, I'm like, wow, if it wasn't for this song right here, I don't know what. You know, so, but definitely the music is healing. It's its own medicine, you know, medicine. So, yeah.
Nah, I feel that. Did you ever write a song in memory of your pops?
Yeah, I got too many. It's hard.
Man, I love it.
Yeah, I got a few. There was one I recorded. I couldn't record it. It was just, you know, it was hard to record it. Yeah. But I recorded it to the best that I could. I got like 3 more. Like every time I listen back to it, I get teary-eyed. I try not to. It's just hard. So I just kind of put them to the side, you know, put them in the vote, you know. So, yeah, I got a few.
That's amazing.
For him and
That's
Lamar.
definitely amazing.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Wow, bro, that's really good. And like you said, bro, I mean, your father is even one of the biggest reasons why you even got into music. Right. And so you being able to continue damn near his legacy and put in, you know, every song you write, you know what I mean, your voice and everything. It's like that's such a huge part of who you are, you know what I mean? And just to hear you singing to him, I know it's like a beautiful thing, bro. Like, and you grinded, bro, and like that pushed you to release your first project. Yeah. This past February, Open Invitation. Yeah. Which I was listening to this morning while I was in the shower, had me contemplating texting my ex back, and I was like, damn, man, I think I might want to go back to my ex. I don't know. That's how I started my day off, just sitting there listening to this music. And I was like, you know what? Nah, man. Let me tighten up.
Yeah, all right. We here, man. Let's talk about Open Invitation. What was the inspiration that made you, first off, even name it Open Invitation and to push it out, you know, earlier this year? Right. Okay, so 2020, you know, we all went through like a whole lot already. And 2021 was kind of like a fresh new start. So knowing that Valentine's Day was coming up, I knew it was a lot going on. Like a lot of people were doing like virtual shows. And so just going to be a lot of ballads, like, you know, endless ballads, you know, and everybody was already aiming towards Valentine's Day. So for me, I just wanted to make it a little different, like take it up a tempo maybe. Just a notch, not all the way up, you know. So, and I was doing that. I was like, well, I wanted to be welcoming to just not just a certain vibe, but like a different type of vibe. Because I had, you know, ideas and everything for it. And so I was like, okay, I want people to still listen to it even after Valentine's Day, right? So then Open Invitation just kind of stuck out. I was like, okay, well, let's see. But it just kept coming back. So I'm like, okay, open invitation it is. And so from there, I was able to create a vibe, you know, for the 4 songs that I have on the EP. And I was like, okay, we're gonna do it mid. We're gonna take it just a little bit, give it that club banger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give him a little bit of, you know, that.
We got some little flavor on it with a little Afrobeat.
Yeah,
Yep.
a little Afrobeat, and ended up with some grinding wine. You know, got your baby
Mhm.
today. You know, knocking the boots. Just
Good times, man. I might have to call her tonight after I finish a couple
good
times.
today. Go.
I ain't going down the rabbit hole. I ain't fooling with
Yes,
you.
sir.
Hell no. You will not see me at that. This ain't an open invitation. This closed. We closed off. It's done.
Ready.
That is. What's your favorite song on the project? And you, like you said, because all songs, every song is like different. You know what I mean? They each are a different type of style.
Yeah.
So like, there's 4 different feelings. You know what I mean? Like, what's ultimately your favorite track?
I'll have to say, Right Time is my favorite one. Yeah.
Why is that?
I wrote it for a special someone. You know.
I bet you did. Yeah.
Like, I had to. Look, it's that one and Overdose. Right Time and Overdose. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the 2 songs I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
What the special lady what a special lady that you wrote them songs about? She still around?
Yeah. That's my baby. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told her,
but
I was like, after my session, I was like, hey, babe, I wrote you a song. She was like, nah. So I played it. Yeah, you kind of see her blushing a little bit. And I'm like, all right, cool, that's enough. Anyway, just go back and play your song. I just wanted to see her reaction, you know. But yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite ones right there. And Overdose, it's definitely cool because like it's the first time I ever brought a female to like a lady to like my studio sessions, you know. And she was actually there when I recorded Overdose, so it was pretty cool, you know.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that. Yeah, is this the right time, baby?
Yeah, there you go.
I watched the Hers Tequila, man. It's in there.
Yes,
you know what I mean? That is dope, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if you could collaborate with any artist, you know what I mean? There's a lot of artists that are killing the game right now. If you could like get any artist to put on one of your tracks or even remix one of your songs of your last project, who would it be?
Definitely Chris Brown.
Oh wow! And it's his birthday today.
Shout out to Chris Brown.
His birthday today.
Birthday.
Yep.
As far as the males, definitely Chris Brown. Jason Derulo. Neo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jason. Okay.
Yeah. Eric Bellinger.
Yes. You know something.
And Usher. Usher and Justin Bieber. I would definitely love to collaborate with those guys.
You know a little something.
Yeah. And then the ladies, I got Jasmine Sullivan. I want to do a song with her. She gonna have to like bring it down for me, like you know, me.
Right, cause she.
Halfway. Yeah.
Right, she gonna blow you. Bring it down notch, baby girl.
Right. So it's her. So Jasmine Sullivan, SZA, Summer Walker, Brandy, and
Brandy.
Yeah, Kalani.
Kalani, okay.
Yeah, so.
Know her?
Oh, and her. I forgot about
I was about to say her been killing 2021, bro.
Yeah.
She got a Super Bowl, a Grammy, and an Oscar, like, and this the year just started.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can't think about her. Her out here doing her damn thing.
That's facts.
Yeah, man. I mean, all the artists you name are doing amazing things. Especially, I always give kudos to the ladies because I feel like the ladies are really killing the music industry.
The ladies,
from rap to singing to everything. They're really, really impressive, and that is like a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the ladies are killing it.
Yeah, they are. Like you can't even beat that, man. Like they running it. Yeah, y'all gotta tighten up.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Y'all gotta tighten up.
Fellas gotta tighten up. We do. We definitely do.
That is dope, man. Have you like so you're still in Georgia now, right?
Yeah. No. I'm in
DMV.
Yeah.
What's the music scene up there in the DMV? Like, is it like a really popular city? Are there like a lot of like open mic night like type of vibes or like open audition where people just like kind of like go and sing it? Is that like a really big culture up there or not?
Yeah, it depends. It just depends on where you go, the type of day. There are very big events here too. Like I said, it just depends on the day, the time, the location. You know, just like anywhere, like in the LA, Atlanta. Yeah, same here. Yeah, but definitely DC. DC is really big. It's really big and known for that stuff too. And some parts of Baltimore. Yeah.
Within your career, I know you've learned a lot, man. I know you've been through a lot of different things. You probably made some trials and tribulations, some oops and O's and things of that nature. What would you say is probably your biggest advice or the biggest lesson that you learned just as being an artist?
Staying true to yourself, staying consistent, keeping God first, and be open to all types of criticism. Yeah, being open to all types of criticism and being confident, you know, in yourself, because it's like, if I'm not a fan of myself, how am I gonna expect you to be a fan of my music? If I'm not able to accept criticism, well, how am I gonna grow? If I'm not confident enough to put my music out, how are you guys gonna hear it? And I also gotta keep God first, because it's a lot of things that goes on in this music industry, and you need, to be prayed up to be led into the right direction with the right people. Because you could end up being you could end up in the wrong place, wrong time, with the wrong people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, and staying consistent. Like, you want to grow every time that you're putting things out, and as an artist. So even just writing, music, all of it. You know what I mean? So,
Facts.
yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, bro, and that's just something I had to learn, just about the idea of any type of spiritual comfort, any type of God and everything, bro, because especially in this industry, bro, in the media, it's very easy to get like sidetracked or get swallowed, and you can end up losing yourself, with the ideal of fame and fortune, the celeb, all that, bro, is very, very bad. So you definitely have to keep God first. Like that's probably one of my biggest lessons I've learned in 2020, because you'll get lost without it.
Got to.
You did, and sure will. And when it's like, when you see the fruits of your labor. Like I can, and anybody that don't know my struggle, I've had a very weird, rocky, religious type of background within myself. And so it's just like every year I learn more and more, and it's mainly big for me just about understanding the idea just for myself, and not for what people are putting on me. That's always my biggest struggle. So it's a progress. I'm working.
It's a progress, and not only that, I'm right there with you too, because I feel like at the end of the day, it's not trying to get to religion or anything like that, but it's more so your relationship with God. Nobody else. People gonna say what they want to say, but as long as you have your relationship with God and He understands you, and you talk to Him when nobody's around, that's all that matters to Him. Because
nobody's
people
around.
will always point fingers. Hey, you doing this, you doing that, you doing that. But I'm like, okay, well, let's open up your blinds. What you got behind your house?
Right. Yeah, let's see what you're doing. Let's see what you got.
Yeah. Like, that door got a little smoky. I see some skeleton legs at the bottom of the door.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Let's creep up in there a little bit and see what you got going on.
That's
So,
nice.
I mean, nobody's perfect. We're humans. But just being able to talk to God and repent of your sins every day, to have Him in your life, you can't ask for anything better than that, So, but yeah, it's a relationship between you and Him. Nobody else will know. You know what I mean? So,
that's facts, bro. Can't ask for anything else. So what's next for you? What you got next? What you got cooking up? Let us know. You got to drop some type of exclusive. What we got coming out next? What we working on?
Okay. All right. So I think tomorrow in the morning, we're dropping an acoustic version to Right Time. Shout out to my band, the Be More Cats. Amazing, phenomenal group of guys. I'm just glad to have met these guys, and just the things we're about to do in the future. So amazing. Then I got a single coming out May 21st.
Okay.
It's called YOLO. I got an amazing feature on it. One of my bros called Sammy. My name is Sammy. This one right here, it's tough. You know what I'm saying?
We got 2 weeks. We're gonna get it. I love it.
I know. So in the meantime, for it, I think after we're done with this live, the next post, we're gonna really start going ham on YOLO. I mean, this song right here is definitely that club Afro vibe. I mean, it's international. It's just, the vibe itself is amazing, And then knowing that being that I'm French, also going to school and taking Spanish, kind of added a little bit of Spanish in there. And he added his own little twang, Guyanese and just the whole
vibe.
Yeah. So it's like the
whole
first
vibe.
Devido type song. Yeah.
Hey.
But
I see what y'all going for. I feel it.
Yeah. So I'm very excited for that. I can't wait for it to come out. I mean, YOLO's it's a hit.
I'll be on the lookout for it. I definitely repost it for sure, bro. I definitely repost that, bro. We got to, dog.
Definitely.
Let the people know how they can follow you, where they can check out your music. This is your time to plug.
Okay. Well, I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight and tuning in with my brother and I. You can find me on Instagram and I am Eddy Michaels. That's Eddy Michaels with the S at the end. You can also, stream my music on iTunes and Spotify. Just look up Eddy Michaels, and all my stuff will come up, including the new single that's coming out on May 21st. Sorry. Yeah. And you can also find me on YouTube. That's where I will drop the live acoustic version to right time. Just type in Eddy Michaels or I am Eddy Michaels, either or. It'll all come up. So everything, all social media is Eddy Michaels. Yeah.
Love it.
Definitely.
Keep it simple. Man, I appreciate you. Everybody that's tuned in, I'm your host, Lamar Robinson. So make sure y'all follow my brother, and I am Eddy Michaels. Check out his music. I appreciate y'all for tapping. I appreciate you for turning up with me.
Yes, sir.
We got Cinco de Mayo and
yes, sir.
tequila to get to.
Yeah, you gotta get
McDonald's. That's how we started, and that's how we ended. And I love it. I love it. I love it, bro. I love it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, brother, you take care of yourself. Be safe. We're going to stay in touch, bro, and more blessings to you.
Likewise.
Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.